Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Steven Rogers.
I'm Andrew Chavone. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're back in business, everyone.
We're in person again.
I know. It's been... I was telling you when I got
One week
here.
since you looked at me.
It's been on. I think it's been 3 weeks, honestly.
It's been 3 weeks, and...
Is there a song that has 3 weeks? Probably a Beatles song.
I'm sure, yeah.
It's been 3 weeks.
There's 8 days a week. But
8
when you
days a
said
week.
Beatles, I was like, there's something that has week in it.
It's 8 days a week. 8 days a week. That's how long the CDC says you should quarantine. 8 days a week.
yeah. So we haven't been together for 3 weeks because we both got COVID.
We both got it real bad. And we still recorded for some reason.
Well, yeah, we recorded virtually where I saw you develop symptoms in front of my eyeballs.
Yeah. That was 2 episodes ago. And then we had a bonus where I had full-blown COVID and still didn't realize it. Where I was coughing all the time and super sick.
Oh, man. I never had the cough.
Oh, man. I wish I didn't.
I guess I did, but nothing like you did.
Oh. We all have different symptoms because it's like one of those like mix and match puzzles or something, mix and match games.
It's like the fortune teller.
Right. So if you didn't have a cough, you had diarrhea. I didn't have diarrhea, but I had a bad cough. Which I'd rather have the cough.
I had horrible body. I mean, I was coughing, but different end.
It's a different tissue.
I had body aches and a fever, which here's my bone to pick. I don't know if I already did this, but I had a fever of 99, and anyone that wanted to deny that I had COVID was like, oh, 99's not a fever. Mm-hmm. But it's like, no, your body shouldn't be that temperature all the time.
Yeah, it's definitely higher than normal.
Yeah.
Because I remember from gum commercials, it's 98.7.
Gum?
Yeah, I remember this gum commercial in the 90s was like, it's 98 degrees in your mouth. Blah. What you need is Winter Fresh gum. Because that'll cool off your mouth. It's just gum.
You know what one was it? What is Sprint gum? What's the one?
Spirit gum?
Spirit?
No, that's a
no.
There's
Five gum. Five gum.
Yeah.
Remember those commercials? Like they'd bite it, and all of a sudden they're on like in the Matrix.
Yeah. They're in like some kind of Joe Rogan deprivation tube.
Yeah.
And then like cut to somebody just chewing the gum. It's like, all right, this is lost flavor immediately. This is the only experience I have is being disappointed, and I'm just chewing something that tastes like rubber now. Speaking of consumption, we got to shout out to listener Jamie who sent us some coffee.
Yeah, Jamie was nice enough. Long-time listener, first-time coffee sender.
Because of the Costa Rica episode, which now seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Where I had a violent reaction to coffee you made.
Yes. Which, by the way, during my disease-ridden days, I started accumulating clips. So
cool.
They're all coming. One of them did great. One of them did bad. But anyways.
I know it was too
close together?
Too close together, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, no business. Like show business. But Jamie sent in coffee with a lovely note. Hey, guys, I'm sure this coffee is nothing like the bounty you brought home from Costa Rica, Stephen. But I hope you both enjoy it anyways. It's a lovely and... Is that ambiguous?
I thought it said amphibious. Amphibious.
That explains the gills I see you developing. Holiday blend medium roast, not associated with any particular holiday, but I choose to drink this one for Kwanzaa.
Oh,
I like that. And then I don't know what. How about you? Maybe I don't know what that is.
I have no idea. Okay, keep going.
Anyways, also sent a reserve blend because you can't properly do a tasting without two. Love and miss you both, and hope to see you soon. Love, Jamie.
Thanks so much, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
That's really nice written calligraphy there. So we had two. We got the whole beans, but you had a grinder that was dirty, and
my grinder had coffee that I had previous bought in there, and I didn't want to ruin the coffee she sent us by mixing it with another coffee.
Yeah. So what do you do? How do you clean that thing?
I just grind all the beans until they're
just particles.
And then I grind the bones to make my bread. But
I give that 2 foes up.
Jack and the Coffee Beanstalk.
That fits.
Yeah, it does. So I'm going to try this coffee. I'm excited.
I've been drinking it the whole time. It's good.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
It's really good. This is the...
Thank you, Jamie.
What was this one again? Oh, we have the flyer here.
Yeah. It's from
Rwanda Hingamama.
Love their hotel.
It's from...
Shouldn't say that. It's an awful movie. Well, it's a good movie, but about awful things.
I thought because Hinkwawa sounded like Holiday Inn. But it's geography... Gekenke.
I think we're going to get canceled by you just reading this.
It spells G-A-K. G-A-K. I haven't seen that since the 90s.
I think that's just the eye doctor's eye test. What do you see? I see I see a G-A-K.
All right, you're farsighted.
Now do the other eye.
So, it says Hinka Waka, a mantra that translates...
No, that's what Fozzie the Bear says.
Hikawaka. Mantra that translates to "Let's grow coffee" is a product of patience, care, and love.
Wonderful.
In the cup, we find the pinnacle of heroism and a stirring reminder of the resilience that fuels the human spirit. I can taste all those things. And shout out to Ronnie who sent us a care package and I got sent back. Sorry, Ronnie.
It's a shame, but hopefully it will find its way here.
The delivery guy had COVID probably.
Yeah. So he was delivering a lot of stuff, but he was carrying a lot more things than he thought.
The opposite of a care package. Uncare. Hurt package.
Needs care.
Urgent care. Urgent care. That's what it was.
Oh, man.
All right. So, guys.
Next day. What's it called when you give it to somebody?
Transmission?
Yes. Next day transmission.
That's pretty good. So, everybody, this is now January 2nd.
Happy New Year.
2 days after New Year. My tradition every New Year's 1st is to do nothing, which I did. It was awesome.
Nice.
Now it's like the feeling of that New Year sinks in.
Yes.
2022. Oh, my God. Time has flown. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I have to do math now, where it was easy with 2020. You're like, oh, you could do, start comedy in 2013. That's 7 years. Now I'm like, is it 9 now? I guess
not. Yeah.
So you've been doing it for 9 too, as well.
My 9-year anniversary is on January 10th.
Oh my gosh!
Which an episode comes out that day, I think. But
all right, we'll have a party.
9 years. Oh my God!
I know. So that's always depressing when you look back, because when
you watch us do comedy, you think we've been doing it for 3.
I know, or less, 3 minutes or less. Because 6 years, you're like, oh, it's 6, you got plenty of time. Now it's 9, you're like, oh my God,
I gotta get good.
I gotta get good soon. But then also we got that year off, 2020. So technically it's been 8 years.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Makes me feel a little better.
Yeah. I'm gonna count this year too. I'm gonna count 2021 too, just for fun.
Oh, so now it's 7 years?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Rewind. Good. Set your clocks back.
Yeah. Rwanda the back.
And that includes all you guys. If you had any goals, any obscure goals, 2-year buffer.
Yeah. Do your 2020 taxes this year.
You probably could.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, man. So what date did you start? Do you have the date?
It was around... Now
wasn't it January?
Yeah, so it was probably like January 2nd. It's probably my anniversary. Wow. It was around New Year's because it was like I had nothing going on.
Right.
I was finally like, I had no work.
And you lived here?
I lived I lived at Kew Gardens, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't mean in this building.
No. I lived here, yeah. So it was Creek in the Cave was the first
New
York City mic.
Crazy.
And I did.
How'd you do?
To me, I murdered, but it was just one guy coughing probably. One guy went
COVID-13.
Yeah. One guy went blah, 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 to his friend. I'm like, man, I'm getting a reaction here.
Yeah, this guy loves me.
This guy just went up to get a drink. He was asking, what do you want?
Yeah. I'm going to leave now.
This seems like a good time to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, this seems a good time to get anything else done. Oh, man. That's crazy. So 9 years.
Yeah, so your one's coming up. So I already had mine. Maybe mine was like, I'll have to ask my friend Freddie because he was in town.
Oh, wow.
He saw one of my first ones.
That's great.
Yeah. So I'll have to double check with him. But it's around here, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I always counted it as January 1st, 2013, but it's around, but you have the exact day, so I don't know. Making me feel bad.
No. I'm just
I couldn't remember what day Christmas was, so I have no idea what's going on. But let's talk about New Year's Eve. You and I were both doing shows.
Yes.
You were doing a much better show than me, so.
By the way, quick shout out to your tweet. New Year, like me.
Oh, no, I said like new me.
Oh, like new. Oh, okay. I read it wrong.
New Year, like me. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted back, New Year, roughly gently used me. And I'm like, oh, that's better than mine.
Oh, yours made me laugh. But
you misread mine.
I read it wrong.
New Year, like me. That doesn't make sense, though. Well, new me.
No, yeah. New Year. I just read it as New Year, please like me.
All right, well, that's coming out soon. I'll be tweeted out soon. By the way, this coffee is making me super hot. This is like, I'm feeling flushed again.
I'm feeling my temperature rising.
This Rwanda.
I feel like we're in Rwanda now.
Yeah. I'm going to refrain from making any jokes here, but feeling all hootsy here.
And the blowfish.
Oh, man. That's a good joke and a good band. Speaking of time. That
was the guy getting a drink.
That was my what I thought was a laugh. Killing it up here.
Oh, man. This guy's singing my praises.
This guy blowfishes. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Oh, what a Dirks.
Oh, my gosh. Anyways.
Oh, wait, it's not Dirks Bentley. Who's the guy?
The Hootie?
Yeah, who's the guy that... What's his name?
I don't know.
No.
I called him Hootie. Oh, Tim McGraw?
It's not Tim McGraw. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
All right, just Google your phones there.
All right.
People are going to be yelling at us.
Start your New Year's tale.
So New Year's Eve, get asked to do a showcase show, Scranton, Pennsylvania. I agreed to it because it came with a free buffet, hotel, plus you got paid. And I'm like, I got no plans here. I mean, this is months ago where I'm like, and then plus I just went through that breakup. I'm like, I don't want to be up here. I want to party out of town. I rode down with this guy Ray Goots, who lives in Astoria. He's pretty cool. He had this good story about Brian Regan, and he listens to the podcast, by the way.
Oh, hey Ray.
When we're driving down, he said, because we had Brian Regan on, he's like, Brian Regan. So Ray used to manage Caroline's in the early 2000s, and he said Regan, to this day, had the most tips. The customer, all the waitresses walked away with $600 whenever he came.
Yeah.
And he said Regan is the only guy the staff bought a cake for.
Wow.
He said in his whole tenure in the history of Caroline's, Regan is the only comedian the waitresses and waiters bought a cake for because they got tipped out so much.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? That's a good story.
That's a great story. There's going to be a lot of Regan stories on this episode, by the way.
So that's the warm-up. If Brian, I know sometimes Brian listens.
Yeah.
So that's me telling you, Brian. That's
we know how you take compliments, so just grab the chair arm next to you. He either told me the story or I heard it on a podcast. This is quick, but this is why I think one of the reasons there's many reasons he's so generous, but I guess he was the feature for a comic on the road at some club, and she took the whole staff out for dinner after and bought dinner for everybody. And he's like, "Oh, this is how you do it." Like,
so he learned that was his mantra from this headliner?
Yeah, a lot of why he's generous is because he's just a good person. But I remember hearing that story, and he's that way to me. Like, I see him do all that stuff. I'm like, man, when I have, more than 2 digits in my bank account, I'm going to buy everybody something. It's just so nice.
Yeah, he also told the story, I guess Brian went out. He ran into the staff. The staff, goes out after their thing, and Brian told the bartender, "Oh, their drinks are on me. Their tab's on me." And the bartender said, "No, these guys are regulars. I hooked them up." And Brian said, "No, I want to pay their drinks. Whatever it is, I want to pay for it." And he started going back and forth with his bartender over who was.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the payer now.
Yes, I am the Rwanda now. So cool stories on the drive down. Scranton, though, Scranton's like this place that's like the South, but in the North. Like they wear the camo hats and the Walmart clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
No one dressed up. I mean, it was like 5 people dressed up for the New Year's Eve thing. We go there, and the buffet starts at 7, and it just is like horribly laid out where it is like a horseshoe narrow room. And I'm like, how are we going to perform in here?
Right.
There's no way not everyone here can look at the same place at once because it's like angled,
Yeah.
And plus they're all eating food and the tables are big, and I'm like, this is going to be a hell gig. Oh crap. So we eat the food. It was okay. It was like chicken tenders and literally like deli meat wrapped in one of those you wrap it like deli meat like a cigar, like it's fancy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just what do they call that?
I don't know, but they put the toothpick in to keep it in the circle.
They didn't do that for these.
Oh.
They just wrapped them up and plopped them in.
Scotch tape.
Yeah, they use glue.
We call these the Elmers. Why? Oh, no reason.
So what was cool is we check in. There's like a long line to guess your tickets checked. So we checked in at the hotel, and the room was like super nice, like big bed. We each got all the comics got their own room.
Nice.
I had a Shea lounge in mine.
Wow.
Mirror with the light around it, like it looks like a ring light.
Yes.
Those are nice. Those are new. I never saw those a year ago.
I haven't had one of those yet.
Yeah, they're like made for selfies or something, but
it's good to get to see all the crags.
Yeah. See every blemish you have. But they're way better than those. Sometimes you get a hotel with the magnifying glass mirror.
We had that this weekend, and it was placed in such a way that it was the first thing you saw when you walked in the bathroom.
Man, that'll ruin your day.
And I swear to God, at one point, Caitlin went, "Jesus Christ."
She saw her own face?
Yeah.
Yeah, he zooms in. It's too much.
It hurt your feelings every time.
Yeah, really.
You had to go to the bathroom.
You're like, I have a hair there? My gosh. What am I, a werewolf?
Darius Rucker, by the way.
Darius Rucker. Thank you. Sounds like a Roman emperor. Darius.
A2, Darius?
No, he would say, A2.
Don't make it bad.
Hey, Jude.
Yeah.
Have you been binging that Disney Plus Beatles thing, by the way?
I haven't watched it. Is that the thing where they're practicing?
No, they're not practicing. They're making the album.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I haven't watched it yet.
It's made by Peter Jackson. It's extremely good.
Oh, I'm excited then.
Yeah, if you're a Beatles, and it's
Beatles
so funny,
guy.
like Paul McCartney will come in and be like, "Yeah, I just had this like thing kicking around my head. Mind if I play it?" And they're like, "Sure." And he just plays.
That was really good.
He plays "Let It Be" perfectly. Yeah. I'm like, all right.
Who sings that? The Beatles.
The Beatles.
We're the Beatles.
And I don't know if this is a spoiler, but the end of the first episode.
We know what happens to John.
Oh. No, the end of the first episode, because it goes by like week by week. And it kind of drags in the middle, but I want to let everyone know at the end, George just quits the band.
Oh, wow.
He goes, I'll see you around the clubs. And he just walks out.
Wow.
And then everyone's like, what the hell?
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
And I guess it was because Yoko was sitting on his amp or something. I don't really know exactly why he quit. I'm not there. I'm not even there yet. But
wait, what'd you say about Yoko?
she was sitting on his amp.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's a great look into their lives and all the drama, and you could see why they broke up at the end.
Yeah. I don't know why this made me think of it, but we should address Betty White has passed also.
I know, and there's that. You're gonna want to talk about that puzzle?
Oh, sure. But there was a quick story I don't want to forget. So Betty White, hilarious. Everybody loved her. And at one point, I'm with Caitlin's family, and Caitlin's younger sister goes, "Oh my God, did you hear about Betty White?" And everyone at the table's like, "Yeah." And then they all got sad, so I went, "Yeah, I hope she feels better." And like as a joke, like clearly she's passed. But like I was just playing the idiot, like, oh, I hope she gets better soon. And Caitlin's mom goes, "She's dead."
See where Caitlin gets it from.
How could she feel better? I'm like, no, I'm joking to make everyone feel better. Because everyone laughed when I said it.
Oh, nice.
But
her mom was deeply upset. What was cool, or what was interesting, is like I figured out you can announce anything and it'll be overshadowed by Betty White.
Yeah.
Because the guy, Joe Gatto from Practical Jokers, announced that he's leaving.
Yes.
And no one cared.
No one's talking about it.
No, because everyone's talking about Betty White.
Yeah.
He is escaping in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Even if you bring up Impractical Jokers, they're like, "Oh yeah, Betty White left the Impractical Jokers."
Yeah, I would watch Practical Jokers and put on Golden Girls. And yeah, and I guess he's leaving because he went through
a bad breakup.
Yeah, he's going on a divorce, and it's funny because he was one of the early TikTok people on during the quarantine, and he would talk about on TikTok how his wife wanted to be famous on TikTok. I'm sure that had a thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing based on my own.
I don't know any two people that TikToked together that made it through the.
You're right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. A couple of TikToks together. Clocks out together. Clocks away from each other.
It turns out the TikTok was to the expiration date.
Yeah, it's just a countdown.
So you're in Scranton.
Yeah, so hotel's good, buffet sucks, eating and I'm just eating at this slop on my plate, this show is gonna suck. It's laid out. There's not even a stage. I don't even see a stage.
Right.
So we go up to our rooms to get ready or change, or I don't know what I'm doing up there, but you know what? We go to get beer. We leave to get beer. So we change, we go get beer because we don't know what the situation's like. And we come back and we just check out the room to see if there's a stage, and there's nobody in there.
Oh boy.
Where the buffet was. And I'm like, oh God, everyone just ate and left. It's going to be the worst New Year's of my life.
Right.
And the producer goes, oh yeah, check out the room. Everyone's in there. I'm like, huh? There's another room to the side.
Thank God.
That is huge. It's like the biggest room I've ever seen. It has chandeliers and couches, and there's chairs all set up.
Couches?
I know. There's orange couches in the back that no one was allowed to sit on, but everyone was. But there was chairs set up, and I'm like, oh my God, it's a comedy show.
Yeah, that's great.
All the seats are filled. It was such like a mind twist or whatever. But it still looked bad, but it looked way better than it could have been.
Right.
Because it was super brightly lit.
It's still the place that served curled up bologna.
Yeah, I know. The stage was like the size of the cup, and the lights on the stage were literally like minor lights. You know, you ever have those lights where you buy a Home Depot and you hang up to.
Yeah, there was a canary in a cage.
Yeah,
so you guys could know you're bombing.
So then the producer's up and he just starts yelling people to get off the couches. They don't move, and he just starts like doing jokes. And I'm like, I guess the show has started. And
it's always a good sign.
Yeah, and then the manager comes out and is like waving at the guy on the stage and is like gesturing like this, and the guy goes, "Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, dim the lights because it's so brightly lit." And I'm like, he just does like he's literally doing this, like he's doing like puppet hands to each other.
You should dim the lights. That's not a bad idea.
Go for it. I'm not the dummy. So,
look at where your hand is.
So the lights dim, and I'm like, oh, that's a little better.
You just got that?
Yeah, that's good. And I'm like, no one knows the order. All the comics are like are in this other side room. I'm like, how big is this place? It's like humongous. There's like 3 side rooms.
Performing at the Squid Game arena.
Yeah, I know. So, that one's like, I don't know if I'm first. I don't know if I'm first. I'm like, maybe I am. So I just set up my camera just in case. Mm-hmm. And and I'm setting it up. The headliner named Reverend Bob Levy, who I heard about from Howard Stern.
Yeah.
He's like one of those old school Howard Stern guys. And just because if you're on Howard Stern, I just assume that you're like a jerk or something because all those guys were like mean.
Right.
You know, like.
Yeah, the radio guys they had to be punchy and quick and almost like antagonistic.
Antagonistic all the time. And I think for me, like Howard Stern would be like extra mean. I don't know. For some reason, I just picture this guy being like above everyone and mean in general. But I was sitting on my camera and he walks up to me and goes, "Hi, I'm Bob. You one of the comics?" And I'm like, "Oh, hey, Bob. I'm Andrew. Yeah, good to see you." And he goes, I'm like, "This doesn't look like the best crowd." And he goes, yeah, just ride through the hell. And he's like giving me advice and stuff. I'm like, this guy's super nice.
That's great.
I don't know. He's like laughing and patting my back. And
Reverend.
He's Reverend. he's rubbing Reverend. Yeah, and I'm like, wow, you know, like your opinion could change as somebody like in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like just him coming up to me.
That's great.
And saying, "Hi, I'm Bob." I'm like.
Paying it forward, being nice. And
I'm like, wow, just that is like super nice. I don't know.
He's like, "Why are you crying, Andrew?"
I'm like, because my standards are so low, I guess. And he's not performing for another 2 hours. There's like 5 comics on the lineup, and he's just sitting on
2 hours?
Yeah, because we start at 9, and he goes on at 11, and they're doing a thing where they do the projector at 11:30 and show the ball drop. So there's literally 2 hours of show. It's insane.
That's too long.
Yeah, you think? So I'm sending my camera just in case, and then of course the host goes, "All right, this first comic's from New York," and I'm like, "It's actually,
either you or Ray."
Yeah, and then he also asked for all of our intro songs, you know, because that's important.
Sure. And
I didn't really think of one.
Oh, so you don't know what it's gonna play?
No, and it starts playing "Hey Ya" by Outkast. And I'm like, this could be me. And he says my name. And I just have enough time to turn on the camera, run up to the stage, and I'm totally like kind of out of it because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And
what's your first line?
I go, for some reason, there's a guy in the front with a cast like this. And so that's the first thing I see is this cast, and I go,
question?
I don't know, like the crowd, yeah.
Man, I've been up here for a minute. This guy's already got a question. That's what I would have said.
I think I'd say something about I don't even know, but whatever I say bombs, and then I go on to I think I say like, "Oh, I'm glad to be here. Next week tonight we're doing the ball drop. Tomorrow night they're gonna do a timeshare presentation here." That gets a laugh, and then
Okay, great.
literally like looking at people. Everyone's wearing the same sweatshirt, Walmart clothes.
Yeah.
And I think I make a joke about how they're dressed, and that doesn't go well. But
Really? Insulting their appearance.
But you know what? The first joke I say though is, this year's been horrible. I walked by Forever 21, I started crying.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad. Oh, that joke's dead.
It's gone. It's retired.
Yeah. Now you got to post it.
I already did.
Oh, good. I haven't seen it.
It's apparently made a big wave. It's been making shock waves.
Oh, I read your tweet wrong. I didn't even know that clip existed. Oh, man.
So anyway, do the set. It ended up being pretty good, and but the story I want to tell is I get off stage and take the camera down. I go into the third side room, which is where the buffet was.
Yeah.
And I'm just like packing up my stuff, and this guy with a tie-dye shirt that has Minions on it.
Okay.
He's older.
Yeah.
He walks with a cane that has like the 4 prongs.
Yes.
Like one of those
Yep.
old people canes. And he has some kind of hat on. He hobbles up to me, and he's got a cane in one hand, and the other hand he's holding a jar that's like glowing. Like with liquid in it. It's like this neon liquid.
Okay.
And he hobbles up to me and goes, "That was great. I want you to have some of this." And he hands me the jar.
What are they, magic beans?
I don't know. He says it's apple pie moonshine that he made himself.
Wow.
And I'm like feeling good from the set. And also because of Omicron that we just got over, I feel invincible.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm like, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah. When you beat Omicron, you're like, nothing can get me. I'm not wearing a mask on the show. And
Well, this guy's like, let's put that to the test.
yeah, let's put this to the test.
Did you have some?
Yeah, I drink it.
Oh, my God.
And this other comic comes out and he's like, "Oh, you should have some too." The guy with the cane.
And this guy hasn't gone up yet, the comic that came out.
I think he might have just gotten off.
Okay.
So I think I've been, because we're all doing like 17 minutes, so super long.
What a weird time.
I know.
All right, you'll go up and do 17. For people that don't do comedy, it's usually 5-minute increments, or the only one that isn't is 8.
Yeah,
8
yeah.
minutes.
Sometimes it's 8. I have no idea. I wasn't even told what time I would do, but I did 17.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's all that's all I know.
Yeah.
So the other person might have done less. I don't know. They walked out. They're drinking it, and and then he's like, "You should have more." So now I drink out of the one that the comic drank out of, and the old guy drinks it. We're all sharing this jar of miscellaneous liquid, but it's all because I wouldn't have done that any other time if I didn't get out of quarantine. I feel,
Right.
do you feel that like that? Nothing's gonna hurt me now. I've been through the worst.
I ain't drinking from that jar. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. That guy's got the next variant in his hand.
The guy, yeah, he made it. He just flew in from a lab in Wuhan. He's like, "You got to try this." He gets on the phone. He's like, "You know that new variant you've been working on? Try this."
New year, new variant.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, I have a couple gulps or whatever. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, starts really hitting me.
You're telling me that glow-in-the-dark liquid that you took 6 gulps of had an effect?
Yeah.
My God.
Oh man. I get like super floored, and then at the end, like the show ends. Bob Levy does great. They all come out. We all take photos. Bob is like making all these jokes to everybody.
Yeah.
Some of them racist. But boy,
was he reading the back of a coffee label?
And then this other comic on the show, she says on stage that her boyfriend has fresh out of jail friendly energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's a weird thing to say. And I've been talking to her boyfriend. I'm all on the moonshine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He seems really nice. And I go, she gets off stage and I go, wow, that's crazy. He just got out of jail. And she said, how do you know? And I said, well, you said he had just out of jail friendly energy. And she says, that's an expression. And I say, no, it's not. I never heard that.
I've never heard that.
Never in my life. And he goes, yeah, I just got out of jail.
I was in my own quarantine.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that if he's here. And I'm like, probably not. I mean, if you don't want people to know he just got out of jail.
Never heard that.
Never heard that.
I've also there's so many things about that doesn't make that I've never heard. I've never heard that when people get fresh out of jail that they're super friendly.
Right. I've never heard that either. That's a good point.
I've never heard friendly and jail in the same sentence in my life.
Never, ever. But he's like super excited to come to the show. He's laughing at everything.
That's
and
great.
This long laugh. He goes, ha, 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 ha. Literally, I mean, you could ask like how everyone's doing. He's like dying laughing.
Yeah.
It looks like he's like laughing so hard he's like pained,
I'm sure he's pained.
Yeah, I know. So turns out, I don't know if I should say this. Well, I don't know.
Save it for Patreon.
I'll save it for the Patreon.
Patreon.
But,
do you got more, or we got time for me?
That's about it. The DJ was
short circuiting.
The DJ was this guy named Fast Freddy.
Uh-huh. Your buddy Fred. He can tell you when you started comedy.
Right. I guess he's like a local DJ who got fired or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he was supposed to DJ, but all he was doing was just doing anything else but behind the tables. Like he was like outside, just walking around. I mean, he was clearly on drugs or something.
That sounds like a Seinfeld episode of the DJ that's never
there
behind the booth.
There's never behind the booth. And the producer's like, last time I heard a DJ, the guy left twice to use the bathroom to go on a bathroom break. This guy is doing the opposite. He's been there for 2 50-minute spans. So this guy, he was supposed to be in charge of the projector and the ball dropping, and we're in the side room, and everyone cheers. We're here cheering from the side room.
Oh, everybody got their moonshine.
Everyone talked to the minion guy, and and we're like, oh, it's midnight. Okay, that's weird. We're supposed to do a thing in there in the showroom.
Yeah.
And then you see Fast Freddy go, oh! He like hits a bunch of buttons and the thing comes down. And he just acts like that wasn't real outside. Like this is the real.
And everybody doesn't have a cell phone that has the time.
So we have to do the countdown.
That is amazing.
We do the countdown like 5 minutes later.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. All right.
So I'm done.
I got to get into mine here. So San Francisco, I go out there. Fresh out of quarantine, that fresh out of jail friendly,
fresh out of quarantine friendly,
fresh out of jail friendliness about me. And we go out there. We spend a couple days with Caitlin's family up in the cabin up Northern California. Good time. They all missed Caitlin so much, so there was a lot of events going on
for Caitlin.
Yeah, I was along for the ride. I was like Babu in Aladdin. I was just on her shoulder, wearing a funny hat.
Oh, it's Apu. Babu's from Seinfeld.
No, Babu, the monkey.
No, that's Abu or Apu.
That's Simpsons.
Oh, is it Babu the monkey?
Babu.
No.
Alexa, what's the name of Aladdin's monkey?
According to another Amazon customer, Abu is Aladdin's kleptomaniac monkey partner.
Abu.
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 Yeah.
You were right.
The animators filmed monkeys at the San
My Alexa in the other room's doing it.
Oh God, we're surrounded.
Alexa, stop.
That answer you.
All right, wow.
I
That's a
run
good
a
girlfriend.
tight ship here. Sorry, that was a major baboo on my part. Anyways, so we finally we haven't been on stage since before the quarantine, so we're all like, I noticed Caitlin and I, our fuses are shorter. You ever go a long time without performing and you're like agitated?
A little bit, yeah.
I feel like doing stand-up releases the pressure. So
well, it is weird to do nothing in quarantine, and then like you hang out with your family, and technically it's like it's not like you guys are doing like a lot, right? I mean, all I did with my family was watch movies. You guys were going out in San Francisco?
Yeah, we
What?
we went out to eat. We
Oh, we didn't do any of that.
we went like walking around shops. This is all up in Northern California where there's not a lot of people, so it was safer.
Okay.
And also, I'm invincible. You know.
Yeah, right. But her parents weren't, right?
No, but you know they had jars of moonshine, so they were fine. But so then finally the show comes around. I'm so excited for the show. Opening for Brian at the Masonic, and we get. And there's going to be a dinner afterwards. So we go, we do the show. Show's great. And say goodbye to Caitlin's parents who were at the show. And then we take Caitlin's younger sister, Caitlin, and Irene, too.
I've hung out with her here. She's really nice.
She's very nice, very funny comedian.
Yeah.
And we go and jump in a limo that's waiting for us outside the venue.
Oh, limo.
And in the limo is David, Brian's former tour manager, and his wife, Tanya.
Former listener to the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. I was telling Andrew off mic that he asked, he said, oh, I heard Andrew and Maddie broke up from Jenny and Matt. And then I go, oh, big fan of the pod.
Yeah. Good to get the news 4 months later. That was literally like
Then he heard
50 episodes ago.
Then he goes, you hear about this virus that's going around? No. Happy 2021, everyone. And then Brian and Brian's girlfriend, and then meeting us there is a college friend of Brian's and his wife, and then Eric, Brian's tour manager, is with us as well.
Very cool.
So that's the whole group. There's 11 of us, and we head over to this jazz club, and we have dinner reservations. And we get to the jazz club, and Brian's dressed in a suit for New Year's, and I dressed nice, but I always dress less than the headliner. So I knew he was going to dress nice, so I dressed a little bit under that.
So you didn't wear a tie or something?
I wore a dress shirt and jeans, and then I had a nice jacket on.
The Walmart business casual.
I was sitting on an orange couch.
Drinking moonshine.
And I had a Minion shirt. And then Caitlin's dressed nice, but we're dressed like if you were doing a show and wanted to look nice. So it's still, but set like casual too. Mm-hmm. And Irene's dressed the same, and same with Jessica, who's Caitlin's sister. So we get there, and everybody there is dressed to the nines.
Oh my God.
And it's a jazz club, so they're all dressed like jazz people. They got the hat and the wacky jackets.
The knife looks like one of those violin playing things.
Yes.
And
yeah.
The menu.
My straw was a saxophone.
Our specials today are the Scoobity Boo Bop and the Beedoo Da Bop. Oh, that sounds good.
Would you like some jam? Like jams?
Oh.
Yeah, that was. Anyways, so we get there.
How would you like the salmon? Upright or electric? Or acoustic?
So we sit down. I'm sitting next to Brian, and I was so glad to have the next to. Yeah, okay. I'll let you ride that out a little bit.
Like the bases?
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
All right.
I was ignoring it.
The chef comes out with holding the fish by the fin, goes boop 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 boop.
Strumming the bones.
Strumming the bones.
Trombones. Oh man. So we get there, and we're all sitting. I sit next to Brian. hot seat. I was excited to have the seat next to Brian.
Yeah, man. That's like being next to the king.
Yeah, well, big circular table, and it's New Year's Eve. I wanted to hang and goof around with him.
I know it's hard when you're on the other side of the circle. There's usually like a centerpiece in the middle.
There's a jazz band playing, so you have to yell.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I got the hot seat, and we sit down, and we all get, we all get drinks, and it's one of those menus that you have 4 choices for each thing. There's going to be 4 courses, and you get 4 choices for each course.
Pretty cool.
It was great. It's like super expensive. It's really fancy. So we got all the meals lined up, and the drinks come, and then Brian goes, hey, just want to say thanks everybody for being here. Happy New Year. Wish you all the best. Wonderful toast. And we all clink, 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 drink. And he's like, I'm not going to finish. It was like a shot-ish, but it wasn't. It was so thick, deep of a shot that it wouldn't be good to do in one.
Oh, man.
And, it's New Year's. We wanted to do something.
Yeah, no.
So he's like, I'm not going to do this all in one sip. And nobody did. And then we go back to eating. We're all chatting. And then this was one of my best jokes of the night. Brian goes, yeah, I'm going to do another one of these if you guys want to do it too. You don't have to. And I go, great toast. And he loses it.
Oh, nice.
You didn't like it at all, but you had to be there.
So he holds up his glass and says,
he goes, we can do another one of these if you guys want. No big deal. He didn't want to feel pressured.
Uh-huh. So then you say great toast.
And I go, wow, what a toast. And
all right, I like it better now.
Okay, yeah, it's no, using the salmon as a base.
As a base.
It's the sound of my joke bombing. So he's cracking up, and then he's trying to be inclusive like he is. So he asks Jessica, Caitlin's sister, what do you do? And she goes, oh, I'm the head of produce at Trader Joe's. And he's like, oh, that's great. And we're all talking about that. And then he goes to his college friend's wife and goes, and what do you do? And she's like, oh, I work with people that have chronic illnesses, and I help them adapt and live and process their situation. And Caitlin leans into her sister and goes, you open with Trader Joe's? Kills.
Oh, that's great.
Kills.
That's good.
Our side of the table is just murdering with jokes. And
talk about Trader Joe's. Sister threw her under the bus.
Yeah, she really squashed her dreams.
Yeah. Oh man, she felt like a moldy cabbage after that.
I was like, is somebody cutting onions? She's crying. So then we're eating, we're having a good time.
Throwing Rotten Tomatoes at that.
I had that ready too.
Oh, nice.
We're eating, having a good time, and we're just. I don't even remember all the jokes because Brian and I are just joking the entire time.
That's
we
awesome.
haven't seen each other since.
Oh, it's true.
Since November. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, it's the moonshine, everybody.
I agree. You seem invincible. Talking about how hot you are.
Yeah.
Sneezing.
This is pretty hot, Dan.
And I forget how many jokes we had because there were so many. But then at one point, the main course comes, and I got the steak, and it
nice.
Looks amazing.
Awesome.
It looks amazing, and Brian got some duck thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it looked like it didn't look great, and
was it like a whole? Was it like in
it was
Christmas Story where it's like, oh, it's smiling at me?
No.
And then the guy comes and cuts off the head.
But it was something, and I clearly out-ordered him. It was clear I out-ordered him. And we're talking, and we're eating, and I got one slice of steak left. And we're talking, and he just takes his fork, stabs my steak, puts it on his plate, and starts eating it. And I'm dying laughing.
It's funny.
I'm cracking up, and I'm like, this is the best joke. He's just laughing and then eating it, and I knew I won, but I didn't get the last bite.
Did you eat some of his duck?
No. I was too chicken.
The duck looked a little daffy. If I got that dog, I'd be like, this looks ridiculous.
I went to say suffering succotash, but that's Sylvester.
I know they sound the same.
Yeah. So anyways, all around real fun, and quick last thing this has made me the most anxious. So I'm clearly I in my mind I get there and I don't have COVID. I'm not giving it to anybody. I'm masked up the whole time I'm there. I made sure I was okay. But then we go to the Punchline for the after party, the San Francisco Punchline Comedy Club. And in order to go to the after party there, you need a COVID test.
Oh, my God.
So we all come in, and the manager's like, all right, well, I'm going to test each one of you.
Holy crap.
In order for you to hang out here, which I think is a good deal. That makes sense. You're not hosting a super spreader event. And she takes us in the back, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to come up positive.
It's like the scene from The Thing when he's doing the blood.
Yes. Exactly.
You're all tied to the couch.
She took the hot little stick to my blood. And I'm like... And thankfully, no one came up positive, but I was like, oh, you nailed it. It was like The Thing.
Yeah, a lot of tension in there.
Yeah, and it ended with me and Caitlin laying in the snow, not knowing if one of us was positive.
Right. A lot of theories of that.
Yeah. Do you think one of them...
Oh, yeah.
You think one of them was the alien?
Yeah, there was like a little hints there. Apparently, he doesn't drink it. Doesn't drink. Who's the guy? Keith David, by the way, one of the best actors in the 80s. He could read the Bible or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I would listen to it. But
yeah.
That sounded a little atheist, but no, just because I went to Catholic school,
No,
it's very triggering. The Bible is very triggering to me, but he could read anything and I would listen to it. But I think he is the alien.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, the alien became him.
Right.
Yeah. And there's like a YouTube video breaking it down.
There's a sequel, too.
Well, it's a prequel.
No, it's a
prequel.
Oh.
It's called The Thing, which is extra confusing. And it takes place with the...
it's the prequel to them showing up.
We remember when that dog runs and the helicopter. That they explain.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. Anyways, what were you saying? Oh, that was
about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
After party was fun?
After party was really fun. Hung out with some comics. It was a good time. I got to introduce a lot of people to Brian for the very first time, which was really fun.
That's awesome.
Because, he walks in, you know how it is.
Everyone goes, oh!
Yeah, exactly. So it was really fun. I was like, I felt the holiday spirit. I went to everybody that I could sell, was just like staring at him, and brought them over and introduced him to them.
Very cool.
And 0 thank yous.
All right, of course.
But I'm not thinking about it.
From the people, not Brian.
No.
He was very grateful.
Brian was obviously very excited about it. And I didn't do it for thank yous, but I noticed after the night was over, I'm like, oh, not one of them went, man, that was so great. Thank you.
Thanks for introducing me.
Yeah.
Of course not. So the jokes about the table reminded me of one quick thing. I got my haircut New Year's Eve at our barber.
Oh, we all celebrate differently.
Yeah, and before I drove, getting Scranton was only like an hour and a half. Or 2 hours. But this guy was cutting my hair one hair at a time, and I didn't recognize him. I'm like, this guy's either really good or really bad.
Yeah,
and he, of course, somebody else comes and like cuts my hair real quick. So he was bad, but she walks away and he goes to my neck and he goes, "It's a lot of gray hairs on there." And I'm like, "Yeah, can you get rid of those?" And he goes, "Gray is good." And I'm like, "Yeah, but not my neck though. I don't see that on too many dating bios. I'm into gray neck hair." And the guy goes, "Oh." He like falls over, He like drops his scissors. He like has a stroke. He's laughing so hard. And he's like, and he gets back.
You're like, oh, you should hear my bit about the salmon.
Yeah, about the base
salmon.
So then he starts going on my neck, and he's still like laughing.
Yeah.
And he holds up the mirror, and he goes, "How does it look?" And I go, "Wow, my neck looks 10 years younger."
That's killer.
And he falls over, he drops the mirror, breaks.
Yeah, 7 years of bad barbers.
Yeah. So then I'm like high off the killing with this guy.
Yeah.
So then he starts like doing something else, and I go, I notice the music is weird. It's like like it's like bongos, flute sounds,
Yeah.
and like lion roars is the music.
Okay.
So you're like,
That was Andrew Chavone that did all of that.
it's the bongo, flute, and the lion roar. And I go, I'm just like setting up a joke. I go, new music, huh? He goes, yes, very good. And I go, I love it. This is on my gym playlist. And he goes, oh yeah, let me get it's very good. He's not like getting it.
Yeah.
And I go, especially this song. This song's going to be stuck in my head all day. And he goes, it's a very good one.
Oh, you're bombing with him.
Bombing.
You're bombing with him.
I go, check please.
Oh, your neck hair just turned gray again.
I go, remember the neck thing?
Yeah.
He's like talking about music. He's like,
Oh, he started talking to you about it?
yeah.
He's like, that lion's actually in another album.
And then some guy walks in and sits on the couch and he goes, this is good music. What is this? And the hair cutter next to us, who didn't say anything, goes, it's Puerto Rican. And my barber starts laughing his butt off. I don't know the joke, but
I don't get it either.
I don't know. I'm like, this isn't I guess because it wasn't Puerto Rican at all. But I'm like,
Maybe.
that music joke killed?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
That's how
I got overshadowed.
that's how you felt about my toast joke. Really? That?
Oh my God. All right, everyone. We got some time for topics. I think we got some mailed in. And
I'll hop over to our Twitter here.
what about the email?
I mean, the email, if you want to have me read how somebody can update our website.
We got no new emails?
Oh, we have a Patreon message.
Yeah, let's get that open.
I'll read that. But we have no new emails.
Okay.
I'm telling you, all the emails we got are...
All right. Read the Patreon message.
Well, I had a joke ready.
Okay.
Nope, too late.
All right.
Ruined it. Okay. Man, you're like the barber with your own joke. Yeah.
Well, you know that joke I know is going to be about the website emails, but
yeah, but they didn't know.
Only we get it. They don't know what our inbox looks like.
That's fair. We got an email from Liv Johnson on our Patreon. So happy Tuesday, guys. Not so happy for me. Today at like 7 a.m. I managed to smash my Apple Watch, and I'm pretty bummed. Now applesauce watch.
That's good.
Now I'm not sure if it's worth to get the screen fix or just not even bother and go without one again. Hope everyone's Tuesday is better than mine. I hope this isn't an indication how my whole day is going to go.
Oh.
And then she also followed up with Happy New Year. Hope you are both recovering and get to enjoy the holiday.
Very cool. Depends on how old the watch is. Because if it was pretty old, just get a new one. Because they have like some new features now.
Yeah. There's I would either hold out, see when the next watch is going to be released. Because if it's a new watch is coming out, you could get the one between that. It's probably going to be cheaper, or you can just spoil yourself, treat yourself, and get the new watch.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that it broke, and I scratched mine, and I'm like, ugh. But I don't know.
Yeah, if it's smashed,
Super Smash Brothers. It's a different story.
Yeah, Smash Mouth,
Smash Mouth,
Smash Potatoes, but. That's a shame because the watch is very useful. And do you remember what time it got smashed? But yeah, I'm sorry about that, Liv. Hopefully, the holidays are. Oh, you need it.
Live and let die.
Yeah, they're not in here.
Okay.
We'll get some for you in a little bit.
All right. Sorry about the mucusy, but the coffee's kicking in. So we got another one from, anyway, Happy New Year, Liv. And,
yeah, Happy New Year.
Liv Tyler from Lord of the Rings. But, okay. So we got an email from somebody who said, or a listener and Patreon member. She said, I want to get her name right because her name is Molly, but on Patreon it comes up as Mala.
Yes.
So shout out to Molly. Malls on Instagram. She said, hey guys, love your podcast. I'm anxious this week because my boyfriend got a positive COVID result on Christmas Day.
No.
We can relate to that. My birthday was last Saturday. We hung out with our friends, and I also went to a holiday party, so having to retrace my steps and tell everyone I was in contact with. Very responsible. Which means telling everyone that they've been exposed after they saw their families for Christmas.
Oh.
I feel incredibly guilty knowing I spread this to people I care about, and everyone I work with. Very relatable.
Very relatable.
It's now like super prevalent, and also like in a way where I reached out to people I hung out with the week before I got it. No one else tested positive.
Yeah, it's
Except for Joe List. I didn't talk to him, but he has it though.
yes. It seems unavoidable as far as like, first of all, it's over. So either they have it or they don't. You hope they don't have it, but you're doing the right thing by contact tracing and telling everybody. But some people might get it, and it might not even be you, but people should be getting tested and finding out. But this is going around so rapid testedly, and it's unavoidable at this point.
Yeah, and I was talking about it last episode, but I was super cautious with my family. They went out Christmas Eve with my other side of my family, and they all had COVID, and they gave it to their other side of the family.
Wait, who had COVID?
My older brother's wife got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
They spent Christmas Day with her side of the family.
Oh, okay.
Now they all have it.
Wow.
That whole side of the family has it. And
your parents are still good.
They're still good, yeah.
Wow.
So far. My mom is a little fatigued, so she might have it. But that would be crazy if she has like less symptoms than I do.
It affects everyone differently. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it does, yeah. So
Well,
it's unavoidable,
I hope you're all right, Deb.
yeah, Deb was like in the fray.
Yeah. Really? I didn't know she was in a band.
So Molly, you can't feel bad because it's like too prevalent. If there were just like one case for every 1,000 people, then I would feel horrible. But
Yeah.
if you didn't give it to them, they're going to get it somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time at this point.
Yes. Just focus on what you can control, which you're clearly taking all of the responsibility in stride. You're, telling everybody, getting tested, tell them, everything you just said in the message is the right thing.
Yeah, you're doing really responsible work. But it's you can't feel bad if somebody else gets it because, like I said, there's no way to tell if you gave it to them or they got it from somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
Literally everyone we know has had it in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you said the whole Comedy Cellar lineup has it.
Yeah, like they had to reschedule a lot of comics in almost every club.
Yeah. And cancel shows.
Yeah, cancel shows, even big shows like the New Year's show I did with Brian. I heard that a lot of those level shows got canceled that day.
Oh my God.
But ours thankfully happened. But a lot of stuff, a lot of people are trying to avoid it, which is the right thing to do also. But this is a fast spreading variant.
Governors got canceled too because I think the staff got it.
Oh wow.
So
wow.
It's super prevalent. So EJ, if you're listening still, don't feel bad because
I can't believe you did this to everyone, EJ.
Because Steve didn't get it from you. He got it from Caitlin, who got it from somebody else. So it's like if I didn't get it from you, I would have got it later, and I probably got it at a good time because I still was able to spend Christmas Day with my family.
Yeah. I wondered, but in hindsight, I was wondering why when EJ left, he grabbed you by the shoulder and went, "No givesy backsies." It all makes sense now.
Yeah, he's like, I hope you enjoy what is going through your blood.
Yeah,
I'm
he's like,
huh?
What are your Christmas plans? And you told him, and he's like, that's what you think.
So we got one topic from Reddit somebody asked us to talk about, and just real quick, I thought this is pretty interesting, but the topic is showering helps anxiety. And the discussion says, am I the only one that decides to take a shower when I have really bad anxiety? I just noticed whenever I'm anxious, my first thought is to take a shower. For some reason, showering really calms me down, and it distracts me from whatever is making me anxious. Maybe I'm just weird. Who knows?
Wow.
What do you think?
I do a lot of thinking in the shower. I think the shower, first of all, it's almost like you're multitasking because you're cleaning yourself and you can think about what you need to get done once you're done.
Yeah.
So I think about that a lot. And but sometimes I think it's a good place to get rid of anxiety because you're alone. And if you go, like sometimes I think of stuff that made me anxious from the past or whatever.
In the shower?
In the shower. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
do too.
And it's like a good place to get rid of them. It's like washing your brain and your body. I take a loofah to my back and hot water to my front.
Showering is hard, but I gotta say, like, if I'm feeling anxious about the day, like, I gotta get my day started, showering is the first step you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Your Siri's listening to all of this.
Oh, God. I gotta yell like you yelled at Alexa.
Careful.
So no. They're gonna fight. Thunderdome.
You take that back.
There's not. This room isn't big enough for the both of us, Siri. Now she's all getting upset. But I do notice, like, if I'm like having like a day where it's hard to get motivated, if I get in the shower, it motivates me. I don't know. I walk out, I'm wet. You have to dry.
Yeah, you're cold, so that's a powerful motivator.
Right.
Yeah,
it pushes you to the next steps of starting your day.
And you shiver out, like how when like you shake when you're anxious. I'm shivering it out because I'm freezing, and I got a towel off.
Yeah,
putting on new underwear also.
It feels good.
Is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
Right. Do you do that thing after the shower where you have to look at your phone in the bed while the towel's around you, or no? That's just me. That's just me. I have the routine of a divorced woman.
Do you mean restocking the anxiety you just got rid of? Well, I feel better now, so let me scroll through people only posting what's going good in their lives.
I know. It's like putting on your old dirty clothes.
Yeah, that's like, that's a joke.
Oh. The shower feels good. Like you said, it makes you do things. You have to wash and then rinse, gets you moving.
And nothing can get you in the shower.
Yeah.
Like all phone calls are excused.
Yeah, that's true. You have the best excuse.
You have an excuse across the board. You don't have to answer the door.
Nope.
You don't have to answer the phone.
Nope.
You don't have to talk to anybody. No one's going to come to talk to you. They're like, oh, he's in the shower.
Right. It'd be really weird.
It's like,
hey, this is urgent.
I need you to sign for this.
I wonder if the president has that, Mr. President.
He probably has a shower in every room. I got to think about Korea. Where's the Dove soap?
Oh, man. But yeah, it does, like you said, it washes the inside and out.
Yeah.
At
least the way I do it.
Uh-oh.
That is dumb.
That was funny. I don't know. That's all I got, I think. But I do think about things in the shower. But sometimes I was reading people get their best ideas in the shower sometimes.
Yes. Yeah.
Why is that?
I think you're uninterrupted. There's no stimulation. Like, unless you're one of those people that I never understood, and I've caught myself doing it after I never experienced it until I moved to New York. I had roommates that would bring speakers in the shower and blast stuff while they're showering. I'm like, you're telling me you can't be alone even in there?
Yeah, I know. You can't go without technology for 30 seconds or 30 minutes.
If any of you are listening to us while in the shower, I wouldn't want to hear me in the shower. Hit pause. Go wash yourself.
That's funny. Yeah, my dad had one of the first shower. You ever see those things?
Oh, the shower radio?
The shower radio.
Yeah.
You drape it over the faucet.
Yeah.
And then you just listen to AM radio.
Yeah.
I guess that was a big thing in the 90s. You wanted to do everything at once. So like,
right.
You wanted to listen to the traffic and the weather because there was no phones back then.
That's fair.
The cell phones. Yeah.
Didn't Seinfeld have the shower radio bit? He's like,
what'd he say?
That's the last place you should be dancing.
That's pretty good.
Something like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think the shower. I think get ideas. I know a lot of comedians that get ideas for bits in the shower. While washing their bits, and but
Their
they're
ideas
talking
are,
to the loofah.
their ideas are like, what's up with soap? Shampoo doesn't sound clean at all.
Has anyone done that? That sounds like a joke that someone would make.
Didn't George say that? Or no, that was Ma Newer. Ma, it's good. Newer.
That's also good. That's funny. I forgot about that too.
Oh my God, I just realized I had a dream where I was talking to Larry David.
Wow.
I was like,
Did he like you?
I think I was like quoting George to him, like, which is
Oh,
the
God.
thing he wouldn't like.
No,
but
he hated
he was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah. Sounds like he was dealing with you.
He's just being nice.
Yeah. He's like, I got to shower. Get away from this guy. All right. Well, we
The
got
dream though went well.
Wow.
I mean, at least
that's
I
how
thought
you knew it was a dream.
That's
All right. We got to wrap it up. Happy New Year, everyone. We love you. Can't wait to do another full year of panic attacking.
Yes.
Making you laugh.
so. So the Patreon, we were 2 episodes behind because we had COVID.
We had COVID.
but we're gonna do 6 episodes this month.
Yes.
It's gonna be 6 hours of us talking to each other. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I do have a lot of stories that are only Patreon only.
Oh, baby. So do I.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. Join it, everybody. $5 a month. And you get exclusive access to us.
Yes.
And we'll work on some kind of live show on there,
Yes.
especially with COVID.
Yeah. And we're going to start posting clips from sets. When we tell a story about a set, if we have video of it, we are going to start posting those moments.
And you did already, right?
I did already.
What's
yeah.
on there?
I got the guy on his cell phone where I take my shirt off to get his attention.
Oh, nice.
And then I got the guy that fell asleep.
Oh, perfect.
At Caroline's. And I'm sure there'll be more. Every year, something happens. So,
I'll post the whole New Year's set
yeah.
if I can do that.
I also thought about it, but then I realized it was a show that panic attacking people were at. But I was listening to my Zoom sets, just trying to find old jokes that I aren't on the album. And I'm listening to one mic I did, and I'm like, oh, this sounds like it's going to be brutal. And then I heard your laugh
Oh, nice.
on the Zoom mic, and I was like, oh, thank God. It made it easier to listen to that set.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, that's a keeper then.
Yeah.
Judging because I didn't give you anything for that toast.
I know I'm going to put it in this episode.
Just insert that laugh from the mic into the audio.
It's clear that you're in your car. All right, well,
I'm cooking in the background.
I hear Maddie. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. More to come. See you next time. Stay tuned for the outro.
Stay tuned, everybody.